And we welcome you back to the Battle on the Island. Florida Sports Broadcasting bringing you this holiday high school basketball tournament from Fleming Island High School outside of Jacksonville, Florida. And Fleming Island, the home team, is on the floor for this contest. Starting a little bit late, had a lengthy game 2 games ago that pushed the schedule back, but Fleming Island playing for 3rd place in the Gold Championship division of the tournament. They will take on Martin County High School from Stuart, Florida, between Fort Pierce and Jupiter. The Tigers, coached by John Leon. They will start Elijah Duvall, Cameron Insalaco, Noah Josie, Krishan Baguette, and Brandon Brazel. The Golden Eagles of Fleming Island, George Ham is the point guard. Darian Dominic, Joey Chenette, Ethan Williams, and Axel Holmquist. Holmquist, one of the players to keep an eye on for Fleming Island. He's their leading rebounder at 8.4 a game. For Martin County, pay attention to number 3. He is the straw that stirs the drink for the Tigers. Elijah Duvall, 22 points a game, 5.5 rebounds a game, 3 assists per game, 2.5 steals per game, leading his team in all of those categories. Whit Watson back with you for this 3rd place game. Good to have you with us. Live outside of Jacksonville, Florida. Martin County in the blue and gold. Fleming Island in the all whites. Martin County is going to be moving from right to left in this first half. Fleming Island moving from left to right. Insalaco will take it in the backcourt. And here come the Tigers. We're underway. This is Duvall, Mr. Everything for the Tigers. He'll swing it. Left-handed 3-point shot from Noah Josie to open scoring. George Ham is the point guard. There's Holmquist, leading rebounder for the Golden Eagles, losing the handle. Here comes Duvall the other way, but he had his pocket picked by Joey Chenette. Nice job there, good hands. Ethan Williams saw a path to the basket and took advantage of it in his first 2 of the game. Insalaco over to Brazel. And the big man, Brandon Brazel, 6'5", freshman, knocks that down, and it's 5-2. Holmquist for Dominic. Dominic, with players draped all over him, still manages a shot, ends up in the hands of Duvall. Kind of ironic. Duvall up top, nice lay for Brazel. Just a very soft touch for the Martin County big man. Just like that, 7-2. Tigers trying to blitz George Ham, get the ball out of his hands. There's a whistle. Ball was knocked out of bounds. Tigers are going to have it. Trying to come away with a 3rd place finish after that long trip from Stuart, Florida. Noah Josie kicks it for Duvall, and there he is. Noah Duvall, or Elijah Duvall, excuse me, with his first 3 points of the game, and that is going to merit a Golden Eagle timeout. Duvall is a 6'4" junior. That's big for a ball handler in high school basketball. 3 assists per game, number 1 in that category. 2.2 steals per game, number 1 in that category. 83% free throw shooter. Overall scoring 135 points coming into this game. And that is about 80 points more than his next closest teammate. Needless to say, number 3 in blue is the guy to keep an eye on in this contest. Fleming Island a little more balanced. Ethan Williams, their leading scorer at 14.9 a game, but Holmquist is in double digits at 11.6. Darian Dominic is in double digits at 10.8. So they don't have a go-to guy in the sense that Martin County has Duval, and that whistle stopping play, bringing a side out to the Tigers. Baggett right in front of us. Gets it back to Insalico. Duval picked up by Chenette. It's a tough job for whoever on Fleming Island is guarding Duval at the moment. Probably going to take more than one. Right now, they're not double teaming him. Now Duval hands it off to Brandon Brazel. He's got 4 in the game, and Duval, with all that extra attention being placed on him, he's facilitating for his teammates here early. It's a 12-2 lead. Trace Burney, the freshman, in the game for Fleming Island. Dominic's layup was partially blocked. Here comes Duval, pull-up jumper at the free throw line, strong. Brazel had a hand on the rebound. That's too strong as well. Chenette is the ball handler. He's picked up at midcourt by Baggett. Duval, nice job on defense. Holmquist trying to post. Duval wouldn't have it. That's going to be an offensive foul. The Golden Eagles getting back on defense, and Chenette draws the offensive foul. That is the first foul on Noah Josie, and the first team foul for Martin County. Burney tried it down low, instead a three-point shot from the wing by Chenette. We're coming the other way. 10-point deficit already for the Golden Eagles. Martin County has been relentless on the glass on this end. They're going to keep the basketball. There's definitely a size advantage for the young men from Stuart, Florida. Brazel goes 6'5". Insalico is 6'3". There's Brazel on the glass, and he's off to a hot start. He's got 8 points already in the game, 14-2. Chenette for Dominic. Holmquist for Burney. Burney with a floater in the lane. It's going to rattle in. Desperately needed points. Here comes Duval, one-man wrecking crew. That's got to be a foul. Fleming Island may have gotten away with one there. I thought he got hit about 3 times. 14-4 as they come back the other way. Burney outside for Chenette, and Chenette is perfect. Turned around, had a little word to say to Duval. I'm not sure I want to get him any more fired up than he already is. Ah, good look. Baggett wide open underneath. Brazel found him. 2 big men connecting. 16-7. Off to a quick start are the Tigers. This is Ethan Williams, the big man, 25, down in the post. Get it back to him. Spins in the paint. Good touch. 4 points for Williams early. Baggett kicks it over to Insalico. Insalico kicks it to Josie, and Josie has his second three-pointer made of the game. 6 now for him. 10-point lead as we head towards 2.5 minutes in this first quarter. And that's an unforced error by Fleming Island. Ball was thrown away by Williams. Golden Eagles looking a little shell-shocked, quite frankly, on their home court. They're down 10. Coach Travis Chandler trying to settle his guys down. Boy, Elijah Duvall, first time seeing him play in person, he is impressive. Splits the double team. Duvall just a little too strong. Jeanette with the rebound. Head coach John Leon, you can probably hear him on the microphone telling his guys, stop reaching. You're picking up early fouls. Don't need to reach in. Just get back on defense. Only the first quarter, a lot of basketball left to play. A little bit of confusion about who the foul was called on. It's going to be against Ari Smith. He just checked into the game. He was the player that reached in and the player that got Coach Leon's attention. That's an illegal screen. We have seen that a lot today. These referees, I think it's a point of emphasis. They are really calling it tight when it comes to illegal screens. That's the third one I've seen in the last 2 games. Something to keep an eye on. The other thing to keep an eye on, watch the painted area or the non-painted area. Number of players have had trouble with their footing as they get underneath the basket or somewhere around the foul line. Brazel's layup is no good. Duvall tries to go behind his back and kicks it out of bounds. 1 minute and 36 seconds left. Clean game so far, just 3 fouls in this first quarter. Both teams playing at a pretty frenetic pace as well. Jeanette has been the primary ball handler. That is a foul on Duvall. That's his first. Insalico got up high to block the shot of Axel Holmquist. John Leon says he was going straight up. Our officials say, no, he wasn't. That sends Holmquist to the line. He's a big kid too, 6'8", 205, a senior. Leading rebounder at 8.4 a game. Second leading scorer at 11.6. Pocket picked by Isaiah Robinson, who just checked in. Holmquist gets it back. Big man Williams gets a hand on it, but that is knocked out of bounds. Fleming Island will have the basketball, however. Quick hands of Isaiah Robinson, who's only a freshman, and a big freshman at that, 6'1". Our officials coming over to the scorer's table to check out the foul situation. They've got the answers they need, and Axel Holmquist is right there to knock it down, make it 19-12. Approaching 1 minute in the quarter. Insalico from the corner, no good. Williams skying for a rebound. And pocket pick there, good steal by Ari Smith. Smith's layup won't go. He wanted a foul, wouldn't get it. 45 seconds remaining in this first period. This is Trace Burney, the freshman. His jumper is no good. Elijah Duvall with a lot of time, maybe too much time, but he's backed up by his teammate Noah Josie. Josie now with 8 in the quarter. Martin County playing fast. Seen this quite a bit this week. They want to press defensively. They want to run offensively. Holmquist got a pretty looking jumper, but not good that time. Under 10 seconds to go. Smith around the corner for Insalico. Duvall's layup is no good at the buzzer. A breakneck pace to this first quarter. Martin County out and running. The team from Stewart taking a 21-12 lead over the team in whose gym we've been residing for the last day and a half. Fleming Island and the Golden Eagles, they trail by 9 as we take a break and bring you back for the second quarter on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast on Florida Sports Broadcasting. Make sure you like FSB on Facebook and Twitter, and don't forget to subscribe to the Florida Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel. If you have a business and would like to market your goods or services during our broadcast, email us at info@floridasportsbroadcasting.com. We're streaming from the Sunshine State, Florida Sports Broadcasting.
And thank you to Florida Sports Broadcasting and Ray Canavari and Brian Paul inviting me up here from Orlando to watch some high school basketball over the holidays. Holiday tournaments all over the state right now. City of Palms, one of the biggest ones in the country down in South Florida. Their championship games nationally televised a couple of nights ago. The Krell Classic, also in South Florida, recently took place. Got a good one here, 6th year of this event. Marcus Reed wears number 4 for the green and gold. He just checked into the game. On three-point shot from. And that is a slam for Duval. Elijah Duval on the run out, throws it down. The missed three-pointer from Bernie that started the fast break the other way. Fleming Island's got to figure out a way to slow this team down. Great pass, good look back door from Chinette. But again, it leads to a run out. Cameron Insalico looked like he was trying to go windmill on his Fleming Island defender. This is a big team, Martin County. Insalico is 6'3", Baggett 6'3", Brazel 6'5". Their point guard, Duval, the junior, is 6'4". Doesn't sound like much, but in high school, that's pretty huge. John Dodson is in the game now for Fleming Island. He wears 33. Marcus Reed, number 4 in the game. Dominic is 12. Chinette, 21, has not sat down yet. Played the entire first quarter. And we've got a stoppage in play over in front of the Martin County bench. Looks like we had a spill. And Duval is not too much of a superstar to do a little cleanup, a little housekeeping. Enjoying listening to John Leon over here on the sideline, the head coach for Martin County. He's pretty entertaining. I like coaches that don't take themselves too seriously. George Ham back in the lineup. He finds Dodson, who just checked in. Dodson open behind the circle. Picked up his dribble. Had a mind to find Dominic underneath. Dominic lost the basketball, and here comes Duval. (27-12). Dominic with a left hand, it rolls off. Duval with a rebound. They're able to press, they've got numbers. Open three-point shot for Josie. That's off, but no one underneath. And that's an easy layup for Ari Smith. This has the potential to get out of hand pretty quickly here. 29-12. We are less than 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. George Ham had it knocked out of his hands by Noah Josie. Starters, a couple of them coming back in. Dodson sits down, Williams checks in. Marcus Reed triggers for Dominic, the lefty. Reed thought about a three, almost threw it away. Chinette, great look down low for Williams. Ethan Williams with 6 early in the game. John Leon wants a timeout, and he is irate. He's up 29-14 in the second quarter, but he exploded off the bench, called for a 30-second timeout, and he's talking about his team's defensive principles, going for steals when they don't need to. I know he's already gotten on a couple of his players about reach-in fouls this early in the game, also unnecessary. And even though he's leading by 15, he's still coaching. Coaching and teaching. You see, he's very demonstrative over there. He's fun to watch. So after the timeout, Martin County has the basketball, and they very quickly throw it away. Intended for Baggett in the corner. 15-point deficit for the home team, the Golden Eagles. George Ham and the Eagles playing slowly. They're not in a big hurry. And why would they? Trying to get into a foot race with this team, you're going to lose. They're going to try to slow it down and take some of the air out of the basketball and not let Martin County run. Dominic, Chinette. Dominic, left-hander looking down low for Williams. Williams got his defender on his back, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Ethan Williams, 6'4", listed at 270 pounds. 6 in the game already. Make it 7. Senior. Second one rolls out, scooped up by Brazel off the deck. Baggett. Ahead to Insalico, now back to Baggett. Baggett quickly double team as Fleming Island starts to blitz, and that turns out to produce a turnover. Double dribble is the call. Martin County did not look prepared on that possession for the double team, but double team did come, and it's a turnover and a 14-point deficit for the Golden Eagles. They're going to go back to Williams, who quickly faces a double team, almost has it stripped. Cross court for Dominic, that's got to be something. He gets tripped, that's a whistle. They're going to get Baggett for that one. There's another whistle. Dominic gets the foul. I think, again, that was, they've been placing this emphasis on setting illegal screens and moving picks. That's been something we've seen virtually every game this week, and I think, again, that's what got Dominic. 29-15. Open three for Baggett, no good. Rebound is tied up, that's a jump ball. Chinette didn't think so. Possession arrow is going to give it to Martin County. Axel Holmquist set to check back in. Well, he was going to check in, and the ball was almost inbounded while he was walking onto the floor. But now our officials have it settled. 14-point game, 4:44 to go in the half. Tigers get it out to Baggett. Ari Smith's been getting some run here in this first half. That's him with number 20 on his back. Trying to get it down to Duval, and that ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. It's going to go to the team in white. Still a 14-point game. Bit of a scoring drought here. Trying to get it down low for Holmquist. And that's going to go the other way, and that is the danger as Josie lays it up and in. Every turnover is resulting in a running opportunity for the Tigers. And you don't want to be in a track meet with this team. Reed trying to slow it down. They want to get a shot for Williams, and they do. He's in great position. Perfect. Ethan Williams is off to a good start. He's got 9. They're going to double Duval. He has to get rid of it. Smith had it for a half second in the corner. Baggett. And that catches nothing. Long 2 from Noah Josie. Ham. Holmquist can't get it. Holmquist looked like he came down a little awkwardly. He's slow to get back on the defensive end, but he's there to try to help set up a double team. George Ham is pestering Duval, and they're going to get him for a foul. Fourteen fouls against Fleming Island, 16 fouls against Martin County. Elijah Duval, 7 points in the game. There's a turnover, a rare running opportunity for Fleming Island. Ham takes it the distance. Holmquist tries to corral it and can't. Not many chances for fast breaks so far for the Golden Eagles as we approach 3 minutes and a half. This is a really tough ask for Ham, trying to guard Duval one-on-one. Holmquist there for the rebound. That is out of bounds, staying with Martin County, touched by 2 Golden Eagles players. Somehow they lost Brazel underneath. He's 6'5" and managed to sneak in on the back door. It's 33-17 after the layup. And Brazel, big fella's got 10 points in the first half. Eli Fontanez has checked into the game for Fleming Island. He's wearing number 5 in white. Here comes Duval trying to rifle a pass down low. That's Fontanez who got the steal. Very nearly traveled. George Ham puts it behind his back, a little floater. Touched by Holmquist for a half a second. Fontanez also thought he had it. Instead, he fouls in Salico. That is the first on Fontanez. Blake Smith, a senior forward, checks in for Martin County. Guys off their bench are 6'2". And Salico brings it across. Baggett staying out to set a screen, does so. And again, they somehow lose Brazel. Brazel has been there on the doorstep, and the Golden Eagles can't seem to find a body to put on him. 12 in the game for Brazel in the first half. Williams to Ham out of the corner. And there's a foul on the floor prior to the rebound. See what we got. Blue 50, says our official, and that is Blake Smith, who just came into the game. John Leon communicating with his players, telling Smith, don't worry about it, we got you. One-and-one situation as Williams knocks down the first. 10 in the half for Ethan Williams. Rebounded by Smith. Here come the Tigers running again. This time they go to the corner for Duval, and he took a travel. Yep. Couple of steps for number 3. That's a turnover, 35-18 in the second quarter. Trace Burney takes it out right in front of the Fleming Island bench. Pretty good little football player, Burney. In addition to his basketball career here at Fleming Island, he's only a freshman. Dominic had to pick up his dribble. They'll fire one to the corner. Step back 3, no. Williams got a hand on it. But there go the Tigers again. Duval, can he gather? He can gather, he can dunk. He can beat you up and down the court. He's got 9 in the first half. 3 of those on dunks. As we hit 1 minute. Pretty good idea, Fleming Island trying to go on the backdoor cut, but knocked out of bounds. Coach Leon going back to his bench. Parker Olson, senior forward, checks in. He's going to give a breather to Baggett, who will probably rest for the remainder of the half. Williams had a hand on it, couldn't corral it. And here comes Olson, fresh off the bench, gets it to Duval. Duval, ill-advised shot. Smith, back to Duval for a 3. Slightly long, but Insalico with another rebound. Tigers dominating the glass in this game, and that's going to be a reach-in foul against the Golden Eagles. Ethan Williams committing his first. Got 2 players helping out on Baggett in that case, and the result is a turnover. Golden Eagles come the other way. There is Fontanez losing the handle. Duval with a good feed. Olson, who just came off the bench, has his first points of the game. 39-18. It's a 21-point margin in the third place game here in the Gold Division. George Ham tried the step through. The foul is going to be called against Martin County. Parker Olson picks up his first. Ham's got a lot of talent, but he's a 5'8" point guard, weighs 135 pounds, and he's trying to guard Elijah Duval, who's 6'4", 190. You just don't see point guards in high school basketball that have Duval's size. Be interesting to see where he plays at the next level. 39-20, couple of free throws for Ham. Long 3-point shot on the way, it's no good, but up and in for Martin County, it's Blake Smith. A tap in for Smith, and it's a 21-point margin at halftime. The homestanding Golden Eagles are being rocked right now by the Tigers, who are running and gunning in this third place game. We'll step aside, take a quick break, get you ready for the second half here on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
Through their strategic IT talent placement practice, Altier Integrated Services leverages their top-tier network and proven talent acquisition process to efficiently support your organization by augmenting its talent resources. Altier provides institutions the talent to achieve competitive advantages through digital transformation and modernization. IT executives are faced with continued challenges around cost optimization and innovative activities. Altier has a proven track record of providing services anchored in driving the agile IT enterprise of the future. For more information about Altier Integrated Services, go to altairtek.com. During these stressful times, we can all use an uplifting voice, and throughout the ages, there have been many authors who help people see through the clutter and get the right perspective and uplift us. Dr. Emmett Fox, Jack Boland, Ernest Holmes, and Dr. Joseph Murphy have been providing the words to lift people up throughout the decades. New Thought Audio is your one stop for audiobooks featuring the word and voice of people who've helped thousands of people. Check them out today at newthoughtaudio.com. That's newthoughtaudio.com.
Shh, do you hear that? That's the sweet sound of a Florida getaway. The kind that starts with quiet mornings on calm waters and ends with roasted marshmallows under the stars. Here in Clay County, we're not afraid to explore new passions. Whether it's casting a line on vast waterways or going the distance on open trails, you'll be immersed in an authentic experience that redefines a Florida vacation. Visit exploreclay.com to discover what moves you and plan your stay today.
Mr. Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. They have a great food and beverage selection, and right now Mr. Chubby's has holiday specials until December the 25th, and that includes a $10 bonus gift card with a purchase of $50 in gift cards, and a limited edition of Mr. Chubby's shirts and tanks, 2 for $50. And you can catch games from the Battle on the Island tournament on their numerous TVs. Mr. Chubby's is only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus, and you can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WING. Mr. Chubby's Wings would like to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday.
Welcome back at the half here. Fleming Island down deep against a very talented Martin County team. This is BP alongside brand new head football coach Chad Parker, Fleming Island High School. Welcome to the Rock next door over there.
Yes, I'm excited to be here.
So you come over from Bartram Trail. Bartram Trail has been a fantastic program that we've seen over in St. Johns County. What flavor are you going to bring over to the Golden Eagles next year?
I'm going to bring a lot of similarities to what we did at Bartram Trail, but with a little bit of my own flair from Coach Sutherland. But that winning culture and the being better husbands, fathers, community leaders, and just building better men. You do that kind of stuff, then the wins take care of themselves usually.
Absolutely. Now, the one thing about Fleming Island is that there have been some noise about some FBS signings. One of the biggest ones that came out was Sam Singleton committing to Florida State. You've also got TJ Lawrence, who committed to USF. What kind of a culture are you going to commit for getting these guys to the next level, especially with some of the young talent that you've got coming in?
It works out in my favor because I've been our recruiting coordinator over there at Bartram Trail and have put 180 kids into school in the last 8 years. So I'm familiar with helping kids, and I have the ability to do that. So I'm excited to get here and work with some of these guys. I've been watching huddle highlights. There's no shortage of talent here. That was a big draw to the job.
Absolutely. So now you're coming over from an already tough district, and Fleming Island winless last year in the district. So how do you get into this year's or next year's district play and not some wins in what is possibly a juggernaut in North Florida?
I'm used to the district now. I've been in it for a while, and I'm bringing 8 Bartram coaches over with me. So bringing those coaches that have the ability to help guys reach their potential and teach them how to win is going to be in my advantage, to my favor.
Bartram nearly getting into the big dance in the state. So how did that playoff run feel this year, coming off a wonderful season? Bartram Trail was playing excellent football.
Oh, it was great. We knew we were going to be talented when we came in, and we got a really, really good quarterback over there. So anytime you got a quarterback, you got a chance to win, which is another big draw to over here because there's a pretty good one sitting in the locker room.
Yeah, Sebastian Broughton is a heck of a quarterback. I kind of equate him to Jordan Travis myself, watching the parallels of the young man's journey as the worm has wiggled his way into football. So we're really excited to have you on board. Looking forward to a great season. You're going to see him next year right here on Florida Sports Broadcasting. I'll be back doing some calls along with Ray Canaveri and our great team over there. It's Coach, great to see you.
Appreciate it.
Let's go Eagles, and we'll see them next season right here.
Yes, sir.
Brand new football coach, brand new era at Fleming Island High School. In the meantime, we've got basketball to play here in the second half. Martin County with a huge lead right now on your Golden Eagles. And, of course, we'll have more championship basketball coming up next in the Green and Gold Division right here on Florida Sports Broadcasting. Stay here, and we'll enjoy all of that coming up. Whit Watson, back on the call.
Getting you ready for the second half at the Battle on the Island. Fleming Island is the home team, and they are down 21 at halftime. Ethan Williams is off to a really good start. He has 10 points in the first half, but he's the only player with more than 3 for Fleming Island. Martin County is getting scoring in a lot of places where you'd expect. Elijah Duvall, their leading scorer. He's got 9 in the game. Noah Josie with a couple of threes. He's got 10 in the first half. Brandon Brazel has been the guy that's been the surprise. A big man with 12 points in the first half. Blake Smith has 2. Parker Olson has 2. For the Golden Eagles, Trace Burney has 2. Joey Chinette 3. Holmquist with 2. Defense, rebounding, and running. That's been the difference. Martin County is big, they're fast, and they're very hard to stop when they get ahead of steam heading for the basket. Fleming Island, 20 miles south of Jacksonville, wearing their home whites. And in this second half, they're going to move from right to left. Martin County, the Tigers of Stuart, Florida, in the blue and gold, they're going to go from left to right. Dominic on the baseline, takes it right at Baggett, 41-22. And promptly a turnover. So the Golden Eagles pick up a quick bucket, and they'll have a chance for another on a botched possession on behalf of Martin County, but that ball is going to sail out of bounds. Not touched by anybody. Well, the official right here is saying it was touched. We've got 3 different conversations going on here. The referees are saying that someone touched it. Travis Chandler, who's the head coach, there with his back to the camera, is giving his players instructions on how to set picks and how to box out. He wasn't even paying attention to the conversation about whose ball it was, but it is ruled Fleming Island's basketball, and Williams goes right back to work. Count it. Ethan Williams is having himself a day.
So Brady, how many gonna score? How many inside buckets he gonna score? Let's go.
Second free throw is good for Williams, or the one free throw rather. He pads his totals, 41 to 25. Martin County very nearly turns it over. He saved, Duval was, by a timeout called by his head coach, John Leon, right in front of the scorer's table. Leon is saying that he was tripped. 30-second timeout. Took a look at Ethan Williams as you take a look at the Martin County bench. Williams having this great start. Listed at 6'4", 270. He plays offensive line for the Fleming Island football team, which is a powerhouse, by the way. Signed a letter of intent to play football for Georgia Southern. Also had offers from Charlotte, from Bethune-Cookman and Bryant, among others. Zone look for the first time. Wondering if they were going to do this. Well, the first iteration didn't look so good. And Salico with a bucket. 43 to 25. You figure Fleming Island's got to do something different, right? You can't just keep doing what you're doing. Williams is going to get called for an offensive foul. I'm not sure about that one. Couldn't tell if it was Brazel or Baggett that was on his back, but it looked like a little bit of a flop. Travis Chandler agrees with me. He is going ballistic on the sideline here for Fleming Island. Insalico will trigger it, gets it to Baggett, and now we got full court pressure coming from Fleming Island. Duval manages to break it, thought about a three-point shot, finds Insalico wide open in the corner, and he's got his first three-point make of the day. Not sure what the call was here. Looked up and saw Joey Chinette. I can't tell if he's getting called for a foul or if he's getting warned. Got tied up with somebody in the backcourt, did Chinette, ended up on his back. And our officials came over and said 21. 46-25, 2 team fouls for each club in this second half. Here's Chinette. Dominic, he's dying to go baseline, but that route has been cut off all night long. That's Insalico picking up his second foul on a hold. Third team foul, so it's going to be an out under. Holmquist gets it quickly up before anybody can get to him, and Holmquist has 4 points on the night. Here come the Tigers. Duval trying to go upstairs for Brazel, and that is out of bounds. Didn't really need it. Leading by 19 points, could have pulled it back. Ham quickly the other way. Williams. Bodies go sprawling. Who are they going to get here? Ooh, they're going to get Williams with his third. It's a brave soul that steps in to take a charge from a guy who goes 270 pounds. Martin County able to break the press relatively easily. Almost threw it away. Josie's going to try a three. Left-hander. Couldn't get his own rebound. Here comes Ham the other way. He goes into the trees and circles back out. Down low for Dominic. Spin move for the lefty. Did we wave that basket off? I guess not. There was a foul, I suppose, after the basket. They called Holmquist for the foul. And Salico with Chinette out guarding him. Chinette has been tasked with guarding the toughest ball handler on the floor. Now what do we have here? This is without the benefit of a sideline reporter, maybe next year. I think someone's being escorted out of the building. One of our officials on the far side stopped play, pointed at a fan sitting in the front row. That is the athletic director in the green shirt. I think they're kicking a fan out of the game. We've already had a coach ejected earlier today. Yeah, they're escorting those two women out of the game. Apparently the officials had heard enough. We can't hear it from our side of the court, but it must have merited something. Quite the day. Duval goes through 4 Golden Eagle players, but travels in the process. Ham trying to go quickly. Holmquist about to face a double team. Now Duval backs off. And a three-point shot knocked down by Chinette. That's his second of the game. 46-32. Here comes Duval. Duval with the handoff. And he's a good player. That was Brazel with yet another bucket, and he is really benefiting from all the attention that Duval attracts. Here's another three-point shot. That's way short from Chinette. $16-point lead for Martin County. Tigers in the blue and gold. Able to break the press easily. Oh, had a good look for Brazel. He couldn't handle it. Ari Smith, who got some burn in the first half, he's back on the floor for Martin County. Duval picked up high by Bernie. It's such a tough assignment. And that is a turnover as Duval, I believe it was a 5-second violation, closely guarded. Parker Olson comes back into the game. Duval is going to take a seat. Four team fouls for Fleming Island and 3 for Martin County. Keep that in mind as we get a little further into the game. Ham has to give it up for Bernie. Holmquist gets Insalico on his back. Dominic up high for a rebound, and that's going to stay with Fleming Island. Golden Eagles are certainly willing tonight. There's a lot of fight in this team, but they are struggling with the size. The rebounding in particular has been an issue. Baggett picks up his 3rd foul. Martin County stealing the inbound play. Coming up on 4 minutes left in the third. In Salico with the dish, but will not drop. Here come the Golden Eagles. It's saved momentarily by Holmquist, but into the hands of Parker Olson. Olson on the dribble, picks it up. Holmquist was there again. Dominic trying to find someone to get it to. Holmquist corrals it. Very sloppy sequence here for Fleming Island. They're trying to play at the same pace as Martin County, and they so far have not been able to handle that speed. Both teams, quite frankly, trying to stay organized as they're both facing a lot of defensive pressure. Here you see again, Fleming Island's going to press in the backcourt. Duval catches it, finds Olson in the corner. They're giving Olson the baseline. He won't take it. And now Martin County will reset, and they can afford to burn some clock. No rush, up by 26. Duval's going to stay well outside the circle. In Salico, kicks it, Duval. Ari Smith playing the four corners here. Somewhere Dean Smith is smiling. An easy layup is the result for Insalico. They were patient. They waited, got their shot. 50-32. Here comes Ham racing down the court. We had a call, that was Insalico picking up his third. He reached in on Ham. He's going to have to take a seat. He's replaced by Noah Josie. Nifty little spin move from Isaiah Robinson, the freshman who just checked in. Cuts that lead to 16 and another turnover. Robinson has it again. Knocked out of bounds by Ari Smith. We've got a timeout as Fleming Island wants to talk things over on their home court. Martin County leading by 16. We will take a step aside and catch our breath as well. Fleming Island playing Martin County at the Battle on the Island on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
Are you looking for a place to get connected, find community, support, or purpose? If the answer is yes, River Christian Church is the place for you. In addition to Thursday night and Sunday morning services, RCC offers many other support groups, provisions, an active youth group, and events for all ages. RCC loves to be available and to be a blessing to their community. River Christian Church is located at 5900 U.S. Highway 17. Stop by, give them a call, or visit their website and let them show you how they can be a blessing to you.
We're back at the Nest where it's 50-34. The home team, Fleming Island, trailing Martin County. Brandon Brazel has had a big game thus far for the Tigers. He's got 14 in the game, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that Duval is attracting so much attention. A lot of Brazel's points have been just standing underneath the basket. Fleming Island inbounds, trying to get it to Holmquist. About the last 5 or 6 times the Eagles have taken the ball out under their basket, they've been trying the same play. They're trying to run the same play for Holmquist, taking advantage of his size. He's 6'8", gets double teamed, has it knocked out of his hands. He's calling for it. Ham is on the baseline. Little floater. Holmquist was right there, but he mistimed his jump. It's touched last by the Golden Eagles, so they're going to come the other way. Backcourt pressure again. Duval with very little problem getting it across the line. They're going to double team him out high. Someone's got to be open. Instead, the shot blocked from behind by Isaiah Robinson, the freshman. Smith triggers it inside to Olsen. They're going to go back out to Duval, and they're going to spread things out again. So Fleming's going to come out and guard and make them move the ball. That's how you beat this. To avoid the 5-second call, you have to do something. And in this case, it results in a turnover and a layup for Trace Burnley. 14-point margin. In that case, the pressure from Fleming Island creates a turnover. Led to points. I think they got, is it Burnley or Fontanez they got with the foul? Now the result's the same. County to trigger. Very nearly another turnover. Duval tried the nifty no-look pass. Ham picks up the loose ball. He's got two players on the right. Robinson tried to step through, and that was knocked out of his hands. 1 minute and 20 seconds remain in the third quarter. In Salico, pretty good ball handler in his own right. Dumps it off to Brazel. There's that man again. He is the beneficiary of a lot of really good looks. And Fleming Island is going to take a 30-second timeout. Duval has already been offered a scholarship by the University of Georgia. Bear in mind now he's a junior. 6'4", 190. Four-star ranking by Rivals. He's also had some interest from Cal State Bakersfield and from Florida Gulf Coast. Golden Eagles bring it inbounds. Chinette back in the game, almost threw the basketball away. Some pressure in the backcourt here, but they are able to get it across midcourt. It's Marcus Reed, who is being guarded closely by Olsen. Williams is back in the game. He goes to his left, and the big man continues what has been an outstanding afternoon. 52-38, under a minute to play in this third quarter. In Salico, spinning with Chinette all over him. Reed trying to guard Duval. Ill-advised lob attempt. That was tapped away by Dominic. And a great chance spoiled by Fleming Island. Smith takes it the distance. Ari Smith has provided some valuable minutes for this team. It's 54-38. Smith now guarding Reed. And Reed threw it away. They're not going to get a shot off. Not exactly the most crisp possession ever for either team at the end, but it is a commanding lead for Martin County, excuse me, against Fleming Island on Fleming Island's home floor. 54-38. Fourth quarter is coming on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast on Florida Sports Broadcasting. Make sure you like FSB on Facebook and Twitter, and don't forget to subscribe to the Florida Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel. If you have a business and would like to market your goods or services during our broadcast, email us at info@floridasportsbroadcasting.com. We're streaming from the Sunshine State, Florida Sports Broadcasting.
54-38 as we head for the fourth quarter in this, the third place game of the Gold Championship Division. The Gold Division and the Green Division 16 teams total at the Battle on the Island. They played 20 games, or they will play 20 games by the end of the night tonight. A couple of more games to come, including the championship games for those two divisions. You can see those live right here as soon as we wrap things up. 8 minutes to go. 54-38 is the lead. And Salico has been sharing ball handling duties with Ja Duval. And just like that, Dominic has committed a foul against Duval. Duval had him in the post. Still not over the limit yet. And Salico with Chinette guarding him. Almost turns it over. Olsen able to corral it. And Salico lost it. Chinette was all over him. Ball hits the floor. Bodies hit the floor. Smith has the basketball. He's got Olsen. Olsen from the wing. That's too long. And they're going to get Axel Holmquist again for a foul. That's his third. They're going to keep Holmquist in. You really don't have a choice in terms of the size disadvantage. He's 6'8". They need to have Williams and Holmquist in the game to try to match up with the Tigers, especially on the glass. As we have some cleanup duty here on the other end of the floor, Duval is waiting for his free throw attempt. Younger brother of a former Duke University point guard, Trevon Duval. Mentioned interest from Georgia. He's got an offer from them. Free throw is no good, out of bounds. We're going to go the other way. (54-38), 7.5 minutes in the fourth. Holmquist trying to find Williams in the post. Doing a nice job of fronting the big man, not letting him get any space. Dominic at the elbow. Now Holmquist outside the three-point line with Duval guarding him. That's no good. Rebound Duval. Off to the races. Somebody kicked it out. It was Duval. Good hustle to get back by the Golden Eagles, try to force Duval's hand. Michael Hayward has checked in for the Golden Eagles wearing number 1. Here's Holmquist. And that is a foul called against Duval. Holmquist has obviously become the focal point as he receives it again on the out under. And that's a travel. One thing that I'm sure Coach Chandler is going to impress upon Holmquist is to try to resist that tendency to bring the ball down. When you're 6'8", keep the basketball above your head. Martin County very active with their hands, and they're going for a lot of steals. Hard to do when you're a 6'8" guy holding it above your head. Hayward is out. Chinette is in. Burney is coming in, and Holmquist is going to get a breather. Martin County to trigger it. Duval being guarded by Ham. It's not been a huge scoring night for Duval, but he's been a facilitator. A lot of easy layups because of what he's doing right now. He's drawing 3 players outside the three-point circle, and that just creates opportunities. And Salico to Smith. Baggett outside the arc. Ham trying to knock that ball loose. Smith. Martin County is content to just wing it around for a while. Blake Smith lost the handle off the pass from teammate Ari Smith. But the clock is the enemy right now for Fleming Island. See if they can mount a comeback. There's a turnover in Salico. Little kick step out to Smith. Head coach John Leon is in no hurry for his players to shoot. We're going to play the perimeter for a while. They're going to drive, draw, and dish, and hope for a turnover. Duval goes to the hoop. Rebound is picked up by Insalico, and he puts it in, plus the foul. Cameron Insalico makes it 56-38. 5 minutes and 43 seconds remain in the contest. Ari Smith is out. Charlie Winter makes his first appearance. 6'5" senior, wearing number 22 for the blue and gold. Chinette taking care of business. Had a couple of threes in the first half, and he's been quiet scoring-wise, but he's also been called upon to share the load defensively, trying to keep Duval away from the glass. Free throw is no good. Dominic has it. There's Chinette. Robinson in the corner, trying to feed Dominic, and instead it's a turnover. 5.5 to go. Duval facing Bernie into the paint. Wow, he is really tough. He can decide to get his own, or he can facilitate other players. It's a 20-point game. Chinette. Williams trying to find Dominic underneath. That is knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay. No, it's going to go the other way. A little bit of token pressure in the backcourt. Put a double on Insalico. He's a very good ball handler. And the layup is good. They have both Insalico and Duval listed as point guards on their roster, but they're playing together. You got two guys of that size who can both handle. Now you're seeing the result. 22-point game, 4:26 remaining. Robinson picked up his dribble. Had a timeout called by head coach Travis Chandler. Full timeout. We will take it with them. Step aside momentarily as you're watching Fleming Island and Martin County in the battle on the island on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
Through their strategic IT talent placement practice, Altier Integrated Services leverages their top-tier network and proven talent acquisition process to efficiently support your organization by augmenting its talent resources. Altier provides institutions the talent to achieve competitive advantages through digital transformation and modernization. IT executives are faced with continued challenges around cost optimization and innovative activities. Altier has a proven track record of providing services anchored in driving the agile AT enterprise of the future. For more information about Altier Integrated Services, go to altairtek.com.
Third place game in the Gold Championship division of the 6th annual Battle on the Island. 16 teams coming to Fleming Island, Florida, right outside of Jacksonville. Championship games coming later tonight. Highly anticipated. One of those teams in the championship final in this division, the gold division, is Orlando Christian Prep. That is blocked by Blake Smith. Took it right out of Williams's hands. We are halfway through the fourth quarter. Duval switches to the left hand. Why not? Just for the heck of it. 13 in the game. Another turnover. Oh, I almost early called that. I'm glad I didn't. Misses the dunk. And Duval is slow to get back. It's a 5-on-4. Chinette in the corner. That's his third three of the game. He's got 9. 62-41. Double team in the backcourt. And John Leon came all the way to center court to call timeout because Max Schnellenberg, who had just checked in, the sophomore, was about to get trapped, and they were about to get a backcourt violation. So he came sprinting to the referees, and this is a full timeout because it is the last timeout that Martin County has. Correction, he didn't have any 30s. He didn't have any 30-second timeouts remaining. All he had were full timeouts. So 2 timeouts left for Martin County, 1 for Fleming Island. Okay, fun fact, been doing this all day. Famous alumni of Martin County High School. If you're a certain age, you'll know this actor very well. Judge Reinhold. Martin County High School. Home Alone in constant rotation right now. It being the Christmas season. That's right, one of the Wet Bandits went to Martin County High School. 62-41, here come the Tigers. In Salico with the handle. Smith has been getting a lot of burn here in the second half. Same is true for Olson. Both seniors, both experienced, not likely to get rattled in situations like this. This is Olson right here. Traveled. So you can see the game plan, right? What John Leon has his players doing is eating up as much clock as he possibly can. He has them go to the middle. If the defense converges, which they're going to do, you find somebody open, but he's not looking for shots. It's essentially a stall. And what the Golden Eagles need are a few more turnovers like that. Dominic is double teamed, and the foul is committed by Charlie Winter. Now, correction, I believe it's Schnellenberg. No, it is Winter they gave it to. This is a 1-and-1 as Dominic got double teamed at the free throw line. And the reach in foul is going to put him on the line. Winter gets the rebound. Ball is knocked out of bounds and kept by the Golden Eagles. Trying to find Williams underneath. And that's going to stay with Fleming Island. So stick around tonight, that championship final. Orlando Christian Prep, the 3-time reigning state champions, looking to add a tournament title here as well tonight. Chaos underneath the basket ends up in the hands of Isaiah Robinson, and it's a 62-43 game. 19-point margin. And this is a full timeout, so we will take it as well. 62-43. It's the battle on the island on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
Shh, do you hear that? That's the sweet sound of our Florida getaway. The kind that starts with quiet mornings on calm waters and ends with roasted marshmallows under the stars. Here in Clay County, we're not afraid to explore new passions. Whether it's casting a line on vast waterways or going the distance on open trails, you'll be immersed in an authentic experience that redefines a Florida vacation. Visit exploreclay.com to discover what moves you and plan your stay today.
2 minutes and 26 seconds remain here at the Nest, the home of Fleming Island High School. And the home team needs something miraculous over those 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Martin County has been the bigger, stronger, faster team in this third place game. That's a travel. They need a lot of that. They need some luck. They need some turnovers. Michael Hayward Jr. is back in the game. Marcus Reed is back in the game. John Leon is going to substitute everybody. He's got the reserves, who did a very, very good job over the last few minutes. He's putting the starters back in, not happy about the fouls or about the turnovers. So Noah Josie is back in the game. Behind the back pass, unintentional, I think, to Aiden Tarter. And the 6'6" senior able to put it up and in, 62-45. Fleming Island is not allowing Martin County to settle back into this four-corner look. They're going to come out and guard, force them to move the basketball, and try to get some turnovers. The problem is, I'm not sure there are enough seconds on that clock. 17-point deficit. Lucas Hager is into the game for the Golden Eagles. That's him right there with the run and jump, covering in Salico. Here's Duval, and there is another easy bucket for Brazel. What a night he's having. 18 in the game for the 6'5" freshman. Marcus Reed tries a three-point shot. That was good as soon as it left his hand. Three ball from Reed. Those are his first points of the game. 64-48, and another timeout called by John Leon. This is an interesting call with 51.7 seconds left. Not exactly sure what the goal was here, but so yeah, Orlando Christian Prep taking on Columbia later on tonight. That's going to be a very good game. John Leon having some words with his team. He's got some inexperienced players that have been getting quite a bit of time tonight. Ari Smith is a freshman. Brandon Brazel, who I've talked about, he's got 18 points in the game. He's a freshman. I suppose that everything is treated as a learning experience. And the Tigers, they're going to be pretty good next year if they can keep this roster together. They are losing two starters in Salico and Josie, and they're both very good. But there's a youth movement as well. Charlie Winter brings it across midcourt for the Tigers. That is going to be a foul. He gets sandwiched in between two Golden Eagles. John Dodson, the junior, picks up the foul. Alex Cataldo, who is a senior, will check in. Lucas Hager, the junior, has a seat after giving them some quality minutes. Winter's free throw is no good. We are under 45 seconds in the game. Hayward's three-point shot off the mark. Bodies hit the floor, waiting for a call. Arrow favors Martin County, so they will have the basketball. No, they don't. Fleming Island's going to have the basketball. They're going to trigger it. Reynaldo Chavez Gaspar checks into the game for Martin County. Jason Gargan is in as well. trying to get the guys some playing time here in the late minutes. 20 seconds to play, and no let up on intensity from Fleming Island. This is still early in the season, so what you're doing is you're using this as a coaching experience, as a learning experience, as Charlie Winter gets himself on the board. We're only in December, and the lessons you learn here could prove to be valuable when it's time for districts or regionals. Coaching never stops. 66-48 is the final score. Martin County High School from Stuart, Florida, beating the homestanding Fleming Island Golden Eagles here at the Battle on the Island. 10 minutes away from more high school basketball, as we've got a couple of more games tonight and a couple of division championships to settle. So stay tuned for that. You are watching the Battle on the Island from Fleming Island High School on Florida Sports Broadcasting.